Aloha and welcome to the fourth installment of my cancer survival adventure video blog. It has been about 3 weeks since I did the last one, and this is number 4. And the delay was because it took a lot longer to deal with the surgery than I expected, and it's really only, well, yesterday, but today that I started coming back to myself energetically enough to record this video. First thing is a huge thanks to people all over who have been responding to these videos. I received a message from someone in Bangladesh who I'd never met, who just sent this really heartwarming message, an uplifting message at a moment when I was struggling. So that's you guys, sharing these videos and posting them around is really, I guess it's doing some good, and I really thank you, because other people are finding or relating to the struggles I'm having and seeing where maybe my breakthroughs are helping them, which is a big amen. I want to talk today about what I've been through medically since my last video, the surgery and the aftermath, and some very important primal truths that have really been driven home to me, so that you know what I'm dealing with and what's ahead for me, and maybe for you, I don't know. So the surgeons rather, one, a Dr. Sergei Takhanikov, and he's attached to Queens, was the urological surgeon, and the vascular surgeon was Dr. Linda Wong, I apologize to you, who is one of the foremost transplant surgeons in all of Hawaii and has been on the cover of Honolulu magazine, and Linda Wong. And she was a vascular surgeon, and the two of them together led the surgery on February 23rd. And what they did was removed my left kidney. The lymph nodes are next to it, and then they also cleared out a tumor that had started growing from the kidney up into the vena cava that goes up towards the heart. And according to Dr. Wong, this substance is kind of jello-like, and the tumor is kind of jello-like, and that if any time a piece had broken off and gotten into my heart, I would have had a coronary embolism, and that would be that. That could have happened any time between when it started growing up my heart and when the surgery happened. But they did everything. They cleaned out everything that they could, and I did not know until actually today, when I talked to another doctor, a thoracic surgeon today, that when they opened me up, the cancer they saw had spread tentacles throughout all of my abdomen. So when they opened it up, they saw that it had started to touch my spleen, my gallbladder, and elsewhere. And they removed all that they could see. And so up until today, I thought this had just been a clean 3 discrete things they dealt with, and I had not realized until today the cancer spread all throughout my abdomen. So it's going to be just close monitoring for a while, and 3 months out, and at least we'll start assessing more closely, and 6 months is probably going to show how aggressive the cancer is, how quickly it wants to come back, let alone how much it can survive the stuff that I'm going to do to help it go away. Bye-bye. The biggest issue I'm having physically right now is, if you compare this video to the other ones, I've lost a lot of weight. I'm around 125 pounds right now, which is significantly less than my prior 145 to 150. So gaining appetite, really allowing the food to really digest and nourish me, and eating enough. Eating enough is really the big issues for me right now. And I want to put this into context. When I first got out of the hospital bed in the well, I stayed an extra day in the recovery room, but then when I actually got into my hospital room, the first big thing that happened was that I actually got out of bed and took 4 steps forward and 4 steps back to get back into bed. Okay. Prior to that, the most primal thing had been actually whether or not I could breathe without setting off a spasm from my diaphragm into the surgery. And what they did was I'm going to bend the camera down for a moment. They basically cut from here all the way across to about here, and I now have 26 staples in me. And of course they had to cut through the bone, not the bone, but through the muscle. So all that now is real tingly and numb and spasmy and very painful all at the same time. And so that's requiring so much energy to start healing that big wound from the surgery. Then my body is starting to pull from my muscles, especially my shoulders and my chest muscles, and starting to work on my thighs. But anyway, we saw a nutritionist yesterday, and she was saying that if I don't turn this around really fast, I'm heading towards malnutrition, which is another way to die. And I'm not here to die. That's not going to happen. So I'm really taking this seriously. I mean, this is primal, the substance of life, food, and drinking enough water so that I eliminate, and getting the toxins out of my body from the surgery and the anti-pain meds. That's taken time, taken process, and I'm pursuing as natural a course as I can towards all this. In a future video, I'll talk about the treatment options ahead. But I just wanted to bring you up to date with all this, that along with really coming in touch with just the primal fact of breathing and eating and eliminating, has really put me into touch with a lot of the primal stuff about what got me into this situation in the first place. And I've really gotten in touch with how much shame and low self-esteem and fear and anger have all been the emotional contributors to my kidney getting cancer. This is not a matter of outside influences, not that I ate too much of anything or got exposed to anything. I get that this is an outcome of what I've been doing emotionally for years. And this is in relationship to me, and in relationship to my marriage, and with people in the world. I worked for a long time having to be the smartest guy in the room. I've definitely been disabused of that notion with this experience. I walked around for a long time with the idea that I had to look more important or be more right than other people, so that it dealt with my insecurity, right? Maybe you've been there. And all that stuff just caused such a eventual accumulation of toxicity in me, and resentments and victimhood, especially victimhood. Just did a number on me. And what I'm coming in touch with now is that along with regaining my health physically, regaining weight, regaining appetite, regaining just all the physical recuperative powers that can come up within a person from whatever sources they can, from whatever dimension, if you will, they come. That's number one for me right now. If I'm going to stay on the planet, let alone accomplish anything meaningful beyond what I've done so far, I got to deal with just the primal thing of staying in a body and staying on the planet. How much more basic does it get? And then I need to continue working on the emotional stuff, the spiritual, emotional stuff. I talked in video number 3 about finding my happy thought, my joy place. And still percolating. I can't give you an answer on that. today. It'll come. I know, I can feel it coming. You know, it's coming, but it's not quite there yet. And you know, that's my own resistance, because that's going to be the big breakthrough that I need. I mean, realizing that I can't be the victim anymore. And my wife had a huge breakthrough yesterday that she's not responsible for my recovery, you know, which just is liberating, you know, for both of us. And because it really puts me in touch with the fact that I have to be conscious in the moment about, you know, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. There's really no excuses anymore, and my life is at stake. You know, I can't afford to you know, I can't fake myself out of this one. You know, so you know, that's the path ahead, and in the weeks ahead and the months ahead, and I'll keep you tuned as stuff goes forward. And thank you again for sharing these videos with people, and I'm getting great suggestions and great contacts, and a lot of people are sending out prayers and energy healings and just, you know, blessings from the heart to me, which is you know, I mean, if I've got issues with self-esteem, I better face up to it, that there must be something worthwhile going on here, because otherwise you wouldn't be showing up the way you're showing up. So thank you for that. And you know, so keep sharing these, and you know, maybe I'm doing some good in the world by talking about my journey. I hope so. I hope this blesses you and yours. And until the next time, from Hawaii, aloha.